A tactical error during our engagement with the Lozavadans up here to the galactic northeast has put us in a tough spot, but that's nothing compared to what might happen if a certain archaeological site falls into their hands. Also, this series will be on half schedule for the weekend while I'm out of town. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Ancient Relics in our Legacy of the Forerunners series. So yeah, really quickly, as I just said, I am going out of town for the weekend. Hopefully this time Paradox won't drop a patch that wrecks, or not wrecks, that's mean, but, that damages some portion of the game that I'm worried about causing issues with the series. But, part of the reason that last break lasted so long was also that I didn't realize the hotfix for that patch would take so long, so I will not repeat that mistake, I promise you. However, I am going out of town this weekend, so you guys are seeing this episode on Saturday. There will be a Monday episode as well, and then either on Tuesday or Wednesday, daily content will resume. That's a promise. So, having said that, let's close the planets outliner here and start looking at what we're dealing with in this episode. Thanks to some comments I received on the previous episode, the Grand Herald archaeological site is one that I'm definitely going to want to bring into the fold as quickly as possible. We have a consumer goods issue. We don't have an energy issue at the moment because Task Force Campus, unfortunately, has been damaged. But one thing I need to do as quickly as I can is go ahead and produce some additional alloys so that I can first of all replenish the fleet, but also maybe expand this to a starhold, make it stronger so that they can't just come charging into my territory whenever they want, and hopefully just hold off these guys if they have another fleet. I'm kind of thankful that Beauregard, badass that he is, was able to finish off the combat that occurred after that tactical error that I mentioned in the Latium system. The rest of the fleet died, but Beauregard stuck around and finished off the ships because he's a cruiser class ship. However, from what I've heard, from what you guys have told me about the Grand Herald, I haven't experienced this, and I didn't look up spoilers because I didn't want too much in terms of knowing what might happen here and knowing what to do. I want to experience it, live, with the playthrough. But apparently there's a Titan involved in this, and so I want to prevent them from getting a Titan because Beauregard won't stand a chance. He's just cruiser class as a friendly space amoeba. So let's go to speed 2 and start looking around for other things to do. I'm guessing that's Nastia.
System survey concluded.
Okay. First League artifact recovered. A thorough investigation of Zarok 4A has unearthed evidence of a past presence. An away team from the ISS Ponderanian has managed to bring a relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. Interesting. The game is supposed to be paused. Okay, so technology choices. I think I will go for FTL inhibition. Having that ability as soon as possible just seems like a wise choice. Let me also, because I need the energy for it. I don't like this. I wanted to keep at least 20, but we need these. Period. We just do. I could probably even sell some minerals and some food to justify buying some more. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so now I've got a bunch of alloys, and that gives me the ability to do a couple of things. I want to go ahead and queue up this Starhold upgrade, but also we'll be able to, once Task Force Campus returns to normal space, and that's going to be when? Christmas of this year. So in about 15 days now, it'll return in our home system.
System survey concluded.
We'll need to do some upgrading. Okay, so Kundrig Den Harak has developed new skills. He has the New Worlds expertise. That's handy. And there is Task Force Campus. Let's go ahead and queue up the upgrade first and then heal them. And I also want to give the order for Beauregard to come back and follow Task Force Campus now that they're back. It sucks to see so few ships remaining, but it is what it is.
Construction project concluded.
We need to resolve our consumer goods issue as well, as soon as we can. But we need to get this fleet repaired. That's priority number 1.
Research concluded.
All right, what have we got here? Leader lifespan is now longer. Good. I'm glad that happened, or that finished before we lost Takarlith, our very first leader. So, what's this? Arcane Deciphering. Break down minor artifacts for random technology bonuses. What? Gain progress in a random tech, gain research points, or gain a temporary research speed bonus. Oh, that's amazing. I almost feel as great about this as I did when they patched the machine gun in Civilization 6 to still shoot over 2 tiles like every other ranged unit before it in its technology line, instead of downgrading it to only shoot 1 tile. Yeah, I almost feel that good. Not quite that good, but almost that good. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and research that, actually. It's going to take 2 years exactly. That choice just completely derailed me from any other thing I could possibly have considered just then. Let's go ahead and build an energy district here, because once the fleet has been rebuilt, it's going to take a considerable amount of energy to maintain
Fleet enhancement supplied.
Good. All right, let's go ahead and reinforce then. It's going to cost more than that, for sure. But we've told Zondaban to upgrade to a Starhold. That's going to take a couple of years. What else can I do construction-wise? Anything? Not really. I think I have a construction ship headed down to Zatar. Yes, I do. Also, we could potentially claim
Special
the Hawas
project
system.
concluded.
Oh good, the Orinthi has been secured. Small rodent-like creatures known as Orinthi are native to Rovgeti 2, where their habitat extends across most of the planet's diverse climatic regions. They breed at an extremely rapid rate and seem to have a particular fondness for chewing on electric cables. Procuring specimens was not a problem. In fact, after the initial creatures were collected, more of them made their way onto the ISS Stellarian by hitching rides on the science ship's orbital shuttles. Exactly why the Museum of Exobiology requested Orinthi specimens remains a mystery. All right, so we got a specimen and some society research.
Concluded.
Looks like this... Yeah, Tuck Arlith actually has nothing to do, so why don't you go ahead and work on some of the other anomalies. We have an anomaly in this system, but an anomaly here as well. Research that. And then that. Now, where is the... Where are the ransomiers? Okay, the ransomiers are there, so no, I don't want Tarkarlith to go there. That's what I thought. I was looking at that going, that doesn't seem right. All right, so research that, and then research that, then that, and then that. And there might be more for you to do after that point, but we'll wait to find out. And we need to keep an eye on Zondaban as best we can. Task Force Campus, you're upgraded and ready, so let's go ahead and send you back, as a matter of fact. And we will go ahead and give the order to reinforce fleet. Rebuilding our fleet as quickly as we can. Also, now that I'm building up some influence, what I want to do is lay some claims. We want to claim the Syliv system. Can't do anything more than that at the moment, that's fine. We need to keep energy above 5,000 so we maintain solid liquidity, as we've discussed multiple times. Abandoned terraforming equipment. Oh hey, since our initial settlement of Tentramoda, several anomalies in the planet's biosphere have been discovered. The ecosystem is unstable and has not developed according to projected models for a world of this type. Our scientists suspect outside tampering, and these suspicions have now been confirmed. A few of our colonists have stumbled upon a large underground terraforming complex that was built thousands of years ago. The equipment was apparently deactivated in the middle of the terraforming process, leaving the planet's biosphere in its current unfinished state. If we supply enough power, we should be able to reactivate the machinery. There is no telling what the end result will be like, however. Who could have built this? All right, so... yeah, we know the rubricator. We have a lot of debris up here that we could look into, but I think I'd rather dismantle the equipment this time. I feel like we're in a little bit too precarious of a situation to risk losing a colony, especially with the consumer goods issue at present. All right, so this generator district is being built. That'll solve the problem on Tetramoda, mostly, hopefully, maybe.
Construction project concluded.
All right, the Vadra Starbase has finished its construction queue, so that's an additional ship. Still have a year and a half until the
System
Starhold
survey
upgrade is finished
concluded.
in Zondaban. We're going to keep things on speed 2 for now, just so that things stay relatively calm. Let's see how our energy situation changes.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, a little bit better there. I don't see any other real energy mining that we can do here. However, we are building this starbase in Zatar. Alright, scientist Jargrim Vitoris has leveled up. So he's commanding the ISS Timdur. Ancient Medical Complex. Astounding news from the ISS Ponderanian. Deep scans have revealed the unexpectedly large solid core of COSC C2 to be covered with the... or is this a trinary system? Is that what it is? Yeah. Cool. Look at this little tiny brown dwarf star. That's amazing that they have those in the game now. It looks like a gas giant, but it's just a brown dwarf. Astounding news from the ISS Ponderanian. Let's see. Compressed remains of a sprawling medical complex millions of years old. Though the intense mantle pressure of the gas giant severely limits the amount of data we can extract from the core's surface, science officer Durham Den Vegors reports that the hidden structures match beyond a doubt the technology used in the enigmatic L-gates. So we've probably gained an L-gate insight, and it looks like we have a source for gases. The crew hypothesizes COSC C2 was a planetary medical facility created by the gate builders millennia ago. At some point, the complex was abandoned, and its automated gas replicators ran unchecked for untold centuries, gradually converting the planet into a gas giant. Incredible. That's cool. So this planet right here used to be, well,
construction project
it was once
concluded.
Not a gas giant.
Special project concluded.
Okay, so we gained some society research for dismantling the terraforming project. There's never any way of knowing quite how that'll happen. The silhouettes discernible from orbit are indeed buildings, and closer inspection revealed them to be of an obvious martial nature. While abandoned for some time, though very recently on a galactic timescale, Science Officer Tak Arlith believes that secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers the decaying barracks and looted armories. A special project may be issued to study the remnants. So I'm going to go ahead and say alien barracks. I know that role-playing wise, there's some choices here. We could gain the influence and be able to claim more systems more rapidly, but we also lose the ability to fight back in the current war. So yeah, I'm going to go for the alien barracks special project. I'm going to let that be my priority. Okay, interesting. So we have more options on Nelvadris. I think I want to go ahead and upgrade you. That's just going to cost some minerals. So that upgrade's happening. And then we honestly need more freaking civilian industries here. But an energy grid would also come in very handy given that I need one. We also don't have gene clinics yet, which will help with planetary growth in general. The thing with gene clinics, though, is that would make the consumer goods issue worse. Because it costs consumer goods. So, is there anything that would boost consumer goods? We could also benefit from building additional research labs on our capital. I think the smartest thing, though, is to go ahead and build the energy grid so that we have more energy and we don't run into that deficit again. So let's go with that. All right, construction ship is done in Zatar, which means we have that archaeological site at our disposal. Also, I really want to get some additional stuff built out this way, but for now, I'll get those mining stations built. Looks like Task Force Campus is... Oh, no.
Signatures detected. Station sustaining damage.
Okay, so they're back in Ladium. How close are we to maybe a status quo peace? We're not too far away from it. The numbers decreased, but all right, so it seems like the galactic market has been born. De facto galactic trade, unbound by the performance of international diplomacy, has existed since we first discovered that we are not alone in the universe. As new borders are discovered and old ones redrawn across the galaxy, galactic leaders agree that it is time to legitimize the commercial forum so that all may benefit. In the coming years, independent traders and government agencies will be looking to establish a quasi-centralized hub for galactic commerce. We would surely benefit were this hub to fall within Technoclave space, so we can choose to promote one of our worlds for this purpose. So this allows us to nominate for the Galactic Market Hub. I believe that costs... All right, so they're heading for the Ladium system. I'm not worried about the Ladium system, but I believe this costs, 150 influence. I don't want to spend influence on that right now. I'm sorry, I don't. I want to spend influence on making claims so that I can get that archaeological site. So that's a bit of a sucky trade-off we're being presented with there, but it is what it is. Right, chemical plants turn minerals into volatile motes, or better research station output. Let's go for the research station output. And then the ability to build cruisers. Ooh, that's tempting. Oh, that's so tempting. Or do we want railguns? Or flat cannons? Let's go ahead and go for cruisers just so that we have that unlocked completely.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
Yes, I know. We just need to get to Zondaban. We're 2 jumps away. Still replenishing the fleet by some degree.
Special project concluded.
Okay, Takarlith now has the military theory expertise. Alright, kind of wishing that I had made the other choice there. I was hoping for something a little bit better. Alright, so Sylev is going to be a little bit harder for them to take. Alright, so we've got the first supremacy option. What are the next ones? Ship build cost reduced by 10% and ship build speed increased. Ship upkeep reduced by 10 and naval capacity increased. Ship fire rate increased by 10 and orbital bombardment damage increased by 20. So let's go ahead and go for ship fire rate. Overwhelming force. I want to go ahead and just improve my... I know what I'm doing here, definitely. Civilian industries. And then we'll do that upgrade. I want to improve the ship's combat ability, period. They just need to have more...
Anomaly found.
More bite. I don't just want to bark, I want to bite.
Hostile IFF signatures.
Alright, so they're definitely trying to take back Sylev. I don't know that they will with that fleet strength, but we'll see. I could technically intercept them and really wreck their day. I'm kind of tempted to tell you the truth. But I don't want to make another silly tactical error. So let's go ahead and claim Ladium now. Alright, so now we have a claim on those 2 systems. If I can defeat another one of their fleets, that would be a win. Let's see what happens here. I could technically send my ships in to join this battle, but if they have another fleet,
spaceport sustaining damage,
then I would just lose this fleet all over again. I think the smart thing to do is to hang out near the Zondaban station.
Signatures detected.
Yeah, see, they just had another ship
Construction project concluded.
Actually, station's holding its own. Star patterns. All right, so pulsating stars. Ooh, we could get extra influence if I say it was a malfunction. Let's say it was a malfunction. I prefer to go for the influence. Wow, station is holding its own. That's amazing.
Receiving transmission.
All right, so now a peace offer is being made. I'm going to say no again because we're actually doing fairly well at the moment. And they are getting close to having to be forced into a status quo. And we also have a claim on the Tanobo systems. Or we will soon have a claim on the Tanobo system. So, you know what? Just to ensure that they don't win this, I'm going to be a little bold here. We're going to send in Task Force Campus to join and help hold down the fort here at this station. It's awesome to see us winning that fight, though.
Anomaly found.
Bralix 3's toxic biosphere gives the planet a very unique color scheme. Okay. Research, please. Alright, so it does seem that they have another fleet there. Let's let Beauregard jump in.
Concluded.
Reverse engineer minor artifacts is completed, so that's an interesting new decision that we have to make. Love that. I'll take a look at that in a second, but first... I think reducing the... Yeah, let's go ahead and increase defense army damage just in case there's a full-scale invasion, in case things go sour. Okay, there is some debris here that I need to investigate. Where's my closest science ship? I'll tell you what, you come up here and research that. It's going to take you a while. I almost need to build a new science ship, to tell you the truth. Yeah, we are going to build a new one. We'll build one in Zondaban, actually. Or not Zondaban, but where's, is it Ebermachus? Nope, that's a trade station. Asterope. There we go. Shipyard. All right, we don't quite have the minerals for it. Or the alloys for it, rather. Now we do. Of course, we could always sell more. Speaking of that, let's take a quick look at our new decision. Oh, wow. We have lots of choices. Okay, so find military applications, find peaceful applications, or we can reverse engineer 5 of them. All right, so it's given us 3 different choices. I really like that. Let's go ahead and see what happens. So we got a 10% research speed bonus for 5 years. While the artifacts we are researching have not yielded an immediate breakthrough, they are accelerating research in all fields. Cool. I'll take it.
System survey concluded.
Okay, so we found a research base now. It's actually Takarlith that found it, because she's looking into all the anomalies in this area. So we might be close. How close are we to finishing? No, we're at 3 of 6. We still have a ways to go. Sad day. Thought we were a little bit better off.
Construction project concluded.
All right, tell you what. Let's jump back here. All right. There we go. That makes our situation a little bit better. Reinforce the fleet some more. All right, so we've, of course, claimed the Ladium system. Let me go ahead and claim... All right, so I need a little bit more influence before I can claim the next one. But, yeah, we're getting close to the option of a status quo peace. I just don't want to go charging in with these guys until it is time.
Construction project concluded.
Yeah, let's extend the deal. That actually reduces our energy income. We are very close to being at maximum war exhaustion, though. I'll have to keep an eye on that. What would be the best way to resolve this? Probably minerals. Yeah, see, the amount we're getting back for selling minerals is getting ever smaller as I sell more and more. Let's sell food. There we go. We're back above 5,000. I need to keep that generation high. All right, claims. Let's go ahead and claim Tenobo. All right, now... If I can get the Ladium system and then get out and get Tenobo, they'd still be able to jump from Jumla, though. So if I could get these two and then all the way down to Intham, or I could go this way and take Intham right now. Ooh, that's even more tempting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And this science ship's going to need to explore before we can send the ships there. Yeah, so we'll recruit you. It's going to take a second, but it'll be worth it.
Construction project concluded.
Need to make sure that every time I'm giving these orders, I'm just selecting Task Force Campus. Otherwise, Beauregard gets independent movement orders and no longer follows campus the way he's supposed to. Images capturing Bralix 3's mesmerizing purple-colored rain taken by the ISS Ponderanian surface exploration probe somehow find their way into the hands of the cultural elite on Nelvadris. While the discovery is of no scientific value, the evocative imagery of the colorful precipitation sparks a minor renaissance in the Oranathi art world, the positive effects of which shall be felt for years to come. So that just gave us a nice happiness boost, which I will gladly take. Okay, can we travel there now without the science ship? It looks like we can. Yes, we can. Perfect. So they have an L gate here. We're going to take the Intham system and its starbase, and then take Tenobo. We're going to reach maximum war exhaustion from this, unfortunately.
System survey concluded.
But we might be able to push them to maximum if we can win in one more combat. Yep, there it is. So we have 2 years, basically, before they can force us.
Special project concluded.
All right, so we found another First League artifact and 3 minor artifacts, and we also got a minor physics research boost. So this is from the Zarak 4 base. Very little remained of the First League research base they were sent to investigate, but judging by its isolated location, we suspect that the research conducted there was of a dangerous nature, possibly involving dimensional travel or advanced bioweapons. A recovered data disk from the Academy of Sciences has offered some insights into how the scientific community of the First League was organized. An interesting find. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, which, by the way, if you are watching live, it will be on Monday when that episode comes out. In the next one, though, we are going to see if we can end this war in our favor. We might be able to get a status quo piece at the very least, but we need to get the Tanobo system sooner than later. So we're going to try and force that if we can, but it's just a matter of how the dice kind of fall in our favor. So cross your fingers as much as you can. Please continue to provide feedback in the comments and let me know of other cool stuff. Spoiler free, I'd appreciate, of course, but I appreciate the heads up for sure about the Grand Herald, and we're going to keep an eye on that as best we can. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out right now every other day, but normally every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.